Hello and welcome to Bricks. I'm Adam and this is Bricks. This is my channel for reviewing Lego sets and building them and other Lego related stuff. In this video, I'm going to be taking a look at the Lego cassette tape player, I think. This was not a promotional item, but this was a set that was available for insiders points. I think it was available for like 2,400 insiders points, if I remember correctly. And the set number on here, which is a little bit different because it uses kind of the generic box here with the opening and then the instruction manual here, but it says 6471612, 145 pieces, and this looks to be like a cassette player. It reminds me very much of like the camera. I think this camera set, this is, before a lot of the new cameras, the new Polaroid, the new Creator 3-in-1 camera, and I think there's some other stuff, but I think this one came in a box like this, as well as some other sets that I've taken a look at, and I don't remember exactly how much, like 2,400 insiders points really equates to, or how much you'd have to spend to get that much money or points to redeem for some of these sets. So I think Lego still might put a general kind of price estimate on these like they do for gifts with purchase, and I think this one's in like the $20 range. I'm not really sure, and I think as far as the redeeming points for that goes, it's not a one-to-one kind of comparison there, so it's hard to figure out, but I'll kind of be talking about the value as best I can. But either way, in this video, I'm going to open this up, I'm going to put this together, and then I'm going to share my thoughts on it. So while I build, I will speed the video up, and then I'll slow it back down to review this set. So until then, enjoy. Okay, so while we look at the build for this Lego Insiders exclusive cassette player, I just wanted to say thanks for watching, and then remind you, if you like the video, click the thumbs up, give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button. That helps me a lot. So start off with a bunch of those inverted tiles, and then this is really blocky, but that feels true to form. I kind of liked the technique for the clear part between the red bits there. Headphones are very, very cute, and now we build out the cassette. So this set came together really quick, and I spent some time futzing with it to try to figure it out, but now on to my review for this set. Okay, so here's this Lego kind of insider exclusive set, maybe. I think it's called the tape cassette player or something. I don't think these were really called like Walkmen or something like that. This is interesting. It's kind of, scale wise, it's very unique. I mean, comparing it to the camera that I had earlier, there is a lot of similarities here. One being using a ton of these inverted tiles to really make it feel finished there. But let me actually grab the other Lego tape cassette I have, which is from the Groot figure, I believe. It's pretty dusty right now, but so this is much bigger than the one that comes in this set, and actually I thought that one was like relatively close to scale, so this is scaled down a little bit here, and this is pretty neat though. I actually thought at first, I haven't held a cassette player in so long, I was like, oh, maybe this is actually close to what they were. Thickness, it is pretty thick. It is pretty bulky there. So you have the inverted tiles, a pretty large plate, like 6 by, 10? And then a brick here, kind of 2 bricks wide there, and then another kind of plate layer, and then the tile layer up top, and then you have some extra things. So this is the cassette for this set, for this kind of insider exclusive there, so it's a lot more basic, but it does have kind of the general sort of things that need, like the little clear pipe, the place where the tape might be rolled on, a place like to label it, and then the little part out there. So this is actually pretty close, looks wise, and then you get these headphones, and these are really small, but pretty cool. So it uses one of those Lego string pieces with these studs on the other side. It does have the gold tip for like the 3.5 millimeter or whatever, the headphone jack that no devices really have anymore. Well, Apple devices don't have anymore, and other devices do, but I think they were probably on that size standard back then. And then these kind of earbuds, over the ear earbuds, they do use this kind of brushed or drum lacquered kind of silver piece there. So I actually really liked how these look, and it does remind me of some very old earbuds. And so this is pretty cool to imagine putting on somebody. And then you actually have the tape recorder there. So there's some functionality here. There is, like I showed, kind of a headphone jack there. So this can be plugged in. There's a like dial here or a button here for something. And then over here, I believe this is maybe supposed to be like a rocker for volume or fast forward, rewind, and different things there. I thought it would be cool if it could like slide up and down over here and then, or have some rocking thing, but I think this is supposed to be buttons. And there's a button up top. So I'll unplug the headphones for now, and you can see there's a button here. Over on this side we have 3 of these hinges which allow this to open up, and inside there we have the place to go where like the reels would go, and I think they're supposed to kind of be like an eject kind of way of this is supposed to work, but it took me a little second to figure it out. So this just barely fits in there well, and you can get it lined up. It's a little bit tricky, and then this is now extended a little more, and if you push that in, it kind of pops up the, whoops, it's supposed to, I think, pop up the tape so it can be removed. And I haven't figured out really which way this is supposed to go in here. That's not in all the way, and it just it's so tight in there, very little clearance, which is a wonderful thing that Lego does. But I believe I was able to get this lined up the other way, and let me try this again. Okay, there we go. So that's in there. It can close up, no gaps or anything there. You can kind of see a little bit through here, but not too much. And so that's pretty nice that it can close up like that. You can open it up. I thought maybe clicking this button would kind of open up the side, and it's true to an extent. So that worked pretty well. And then getting the tape out is just a little bit tricky, but not too bad. And getting it in there is kind of its own thing as well. But once it's in there, it's pretty cool. I actually really liked in the camera how the film like fit very snugly in that one. And this one, it's just a little bit tricky, but I do like this action here. It does remind me very much of a tape recorder, or a cassette tape player. And so that's pretty cool. There's sort of a nostalgia thing here, and cassette tapes, I don't know if they were mostly big in 80s into the 90s. I know when I was growing up, we had tapes. I don't know if I ever had a personal one of these. I had a Discman or a Walkman or whatever, a CD version, but certainly my parents had these, and certainly a lot of cars that I drove or my family drove had cassette players in them. So these were kind of a part of my life, but it is just a look back at some antiquated technology, and kind of a, doing a little nostalgia thing there, or the 80s hype thing there, and so and 90s, I suppose. So this is pretty cool. It was a not too difficult of a build, but a little more complex than I think you would initially think, just based on how blocky it is. But I do really like how finished it is with all of these inverted tiles on the back, and so it does really look the part. I think using the gold bar piece here is very smart, and the headphones are nice. They just use some different Technic stuff there, but they look the part. The really tiny cassette tape. It's not scale wise proper, but it's cute, and it's pretty cool. And as far as the functions go, I mean, there might be some getting used to it that needs to be done. I seem to be struggling here to get this lined up properly, and maybe other people won't have as much difficulty as me, because this seems to be a big issue for me right now to be able to get this in there. And there we go. Okay, so a couple tries, and then we pop it open using the button. So maybe you're not supposed to pop it open with the button. Maybe you're just supposed to have this in here a certain way. I don't know which way exactly. And then you would use the button just to like get the cassette out of here. Instead of opening up this door, you just pop it up to make pulling it out of here easier. That could be, but I've seemed to think that if I remember my old cassette thing, I wonder, there was like a kind of a, I remember having a sense of like closing it up is sort of what engages it and puts the cassette into its proper place there. I could be wrong about that, but it feels to me like that was the case for a lot of these. Either way, I'm not going to futz with it anymore. A pretty interesting build. 2,400 insiders points. I think that's probably a considerable amount of money. I don't know if you would like transfer that money to use as a discount at a Lego store or on the Lego Group Shop at Home website. That might get you $10, $15, $20 off of a order or something. I'm not exactly sure, but it feels like that's about right. It's just a matter of wanting to use insiders points for one of these or not. Sometimes I like them, sometimes I don't. For those like fantasy, the Dragon, Pirate, those amusement park rides, I really, really liked those. That camera set, I really, really liked. The World of Wonders set, I really, really liked. And some of those things were kind of like almost only available through redeeming insiders points, and I'm not sure about this one. It feels that's the case to me. And then in the aftermarket, I'm not sure what these are going for. Maybe around $20, maybe $15, and then with shipping, depending on where you're buying it from, it might end up being $20, $25, $20, $30, something like that. So I don't know how much I'd be willing to spend on this, but I'm certainly happy that I got it, and it's very cute, and I'm going to enjoy showing my parents this and some other people this, because it does have that kind of novelty factor, nostalgia novelty thing here, building this out of Lego. So it's a neat little thing. It's about what it says on the tin here, and you could probably look at this, or look at the instructions online if they're available, and recreate this with pieces you might already own. It's not too complicated. A lot of the pieces are pretty common, so figuring out if you can do a particular color scheme or something is one thing, but it wouldn't be too hard to build this, I don't think, so that's good. I'll show the extra pieces here. You do get an extra of that gold bar, the drum lacquered silver kind of tile with the bar coming up of it, another one of those, your hollow stud, your pin with the stud, and then your 1x1 plates there, and that's it for this set. So yeah, kind of neat. If you like this video, please click the thumbs up and give it a like. If you like my other videos, click the subscribe button so you can stay up to date on all the Lego videos I'll be doing here in the future, including, more promotional items or insider items, some Legoland exclusive items, and then just tons of other Lego sets from all different themes, all different shapes, size, price point, piece count, tons of different stuff, UCS style things down to polybag style things, collectible minifigure things, all different stuff. So subscribe so you don't miss any of those upcoming Lego videos. And if you want to support this channel and support my videos here, you can do that right here on YouTube with memberships, supers, and thanks, all of that lovely stuff. Every little bit helps, so thank you very much. And I still have the Patreon. It's linked in the video description. It's linked on my channel page, patreon.com/sobricks. And again, you can get access to some exclusive stuff over there and all my videos early, and you just help support the show. So again, every little bit helps, and I do appreciate it. So maybe consider checking that out. And with all that said, until next time, thanks. Bye.